Well, g'day guys, and on the bench today, an Akai, and it's an amplifier. It's an AM-U210. Got no idea what's wrong with it. The customer's complaint was it's noisy. Now, it's it's had a bit of a hard time, so let's get into it. Well, welcome to my channel, and please remember to subscribe to keep me going with these things. It's a really good thing, and give us a thumbs up, and don't forget the super thanks. Have a look at them. That really helps me and helps me keep going with all this stuff. Okay, let's get into this. Akai amp, as I said, AM-U210. It's noisy. That's all I know about it. Round the back, we'll have a closer look. There it is, standard lineup. 2 speakers, nothing terribly fancy, but a very, very heavy amplifier. So must be a bit of go in the power supply of this thing. And it says DC servo. Don't know. Stereo integrated amplifier. Yeah, it seems to work. Bass, treble, loudness, tape, auxiliary, tuner, phono, and volume, of course. Okay, now, it looks like a fluoro display. That could be a bit of a problem if it's a bit dull. Left and right power in watts at 8 ohms, says. Turn the speakers on and off. Okay, let's get the top off and have a look what's inside. Ooh, that's nasty. Not underneath though, that's the main thing. Right, what have we got here? Ooh, yes it is. Down in here, there's been a bit of a spill. Might have gone onto the main board, but don't see any caps with corroded legs, which is good. Hasn't gone over here onto the power supply section. And the output chip in this, we don't have transistors in this one. It's just one chip. And there she is. It's an STK 463. Now I do have these in stock, which is a good thing. So there's a closer look at it and a bit of closer look of the damage. Or, well, it mightn't be damage. It might be just where the water's run. And yeah, this has been in a very damp spot by the look of it. Okay, what are we going to do? Hook speakers up and oh yes, we can get underneath it here. This is actually a masonite base, shielded. We can get underneath the main board, so that's the main thing. Yeah, okay. Speakers, 2 speakers, and let's fire it up and let's see what the noise is he's talking about. And just before we plug it in, we'll slip the bottom off it just to see if there's any dry joints that are going to give us grief, mainly around the output chip. And no, there's not, but I do see they have been resoldered, which is along there. Okay, they have definitely been touched up. We'll have a look under the lamp, the Maggie lamp, to see if there's anything else. Nothing pops out there, but of course there's always a suspicious dry joint somewhere. Right. Let's get some speakers on this baby. Okay guys, for this exercise I will be using the dim bulb on this one, just in case there's a short in the supply or something drastically wrong. So we're on dim. We'll turn our dim bulb on, and we will. We got power. Okay, now we'll take him up to 80 volts to start with. Turn him on, and we're watching that dim bulb right there. Okay, way over in the back there. Nothing happens there. Okay, is there any current draw? Yep, a little bit. So something's there. 140. Let's go to 140. And there's the dim bulb come on, and it went off. So the caps are obviously charged. There doesn't appear to be any drastic things wrong. Let's try it again. There's the dim bulb, caps charged, and we've got a fluoro display. This is good. Okay, turn him off. We'll go to full voltage, eh? We'll go to 230. There she is. And dim bulb just on, just slightly there, drawing 10 watts at the moment. Have we got a noise? Have we turned the speakers on? Okay, speakers are on now. And let's go to phono. And we don't have much noise there. Balance in the center. A bit of treble, a bit of bass, so I can hear what's going on. And yes, I think it's very quiet. He said it was noisy. Okay, tuner. So let's. I've got a tuner happening up the top here, and that's on a line out. Okay, so I'll just get around the back of the camera here, and our line out is here, out from a tuner. And let's go into tuner on this. There and there. Okay. So we now have, excuse the camera, tuner going in. And we do have and we better not play too much of that. Balance. We have nothing on the right side. Why? Is it a speaker problem or a suspicious amp problem? Okay, nothing there, nothing on the right side. Left side's okay. Now, that says right. Just going to swap these cables around to make sure. Still nothing on the right. So it's not a cable problem. Have a look at a couple of power regs. There's a couple of fuses in here. One may be, I can't really see them. One may be a fuse for the speakers. Hopefully that might be all it is. But yeah, not going on the right side. Righto, turn him off and we'll check the fuse. Now on this one, you can see we've got a fuse here, probably speaker fuses, and another one, which could be B plus to the chip. I don't know. Could be the chip yet. We're not real sure. Could be something to do with this lot happening over here. Although that probably would affect both channels. Okay, let's have a look at the fuse. Got the meter here, and if I can keep my mitts out of the road, this one. Okay, we've got a good fuse there. We've got a good fuse there. We've got a blown fuse here. Now, that hopefully that's a speaker fuse and not B plus to the chip or something silly like that. So I'll just get him out. Now the fault, can't get it out. The fault with this was it's noisy. Okay, there's our fuse. Yes, he's blown. I can see that he's blown. And what is he? Probably a 2 amp. Techo Baz can't read this stuff in small writing. Yes, it's a 2 amp. And believe it or not, it says 2 amp on there. Okay. Yeah, it's Monday morning. All right, we've got a 2 amp, and hopefully that'll fire it up. Put this fella in. Now, I'm hoping that's in the speaker line, and I'm hoping somewhere along the line, someone has shorted a speaker lead out and blew the fuse. I hope. So I hope that's in the output and not in a B plus line somewhere. But anyway, we're about to find out. So we're going to turn it on and see what goes bang, or we'll hear noise. It'll be one or the other. Okay, here we go. The power's on. Everything's right to go. Here we go. And dim bulb came up as normal. No flash from the fuse. And we have audio. If I can get my tuner tuned in.
Here's a tip.
There we go.
Turn us up. Good times and greatest hits all summer. Orange and Central West's 105.1 Triple M.
And there we go. So, put him back down. Balance. Beautiful.
You can be the greatest, you can be the best, you can be the King Kong.
And yeah, it's certainly got some go. And if you wanted to see the light show while I turn him up there, here we go.
You can break rocks, you can be. Don't wait for luck. Dedicate yourself and you go find yourself.
And as you can see, she blanks out every now and again when it runs out of capacitor oomph, because the light bulb has limited the current going to it. Boy, that is working very. What a lovely amp. Let's bypass. Run bypass. And gee, that sounds $1 million. Wow. An Akai AM-U210. What a lovely sounding amplifier. Okay, let's check some inputs. Let's go to auxiliary, and I'll go around once again the other side of the camera and hook in auxiliary into there. And also sounds $1 million. What else have we got here? We've got a tape. a tape record. So what have we got? And we got tape here. Here we go. And tape record. That should be. I'm in the wrong one, guys. Tape play, shouldn't it? Not record. And yeah, that's performing very nicely. Right, that's it. We'll spray the pot, but it's not noisy. What else have we got there to look at? Let's look at the bass and the treble are no problem. The balance is no problem, but not play any more than that. Speakers turns on and off, and these fellas they're touch buttons. Yeah, well, it's a switch, but it's momentary. Turns it on and off. It's not a latched system. And the same with all these. Oh no, these are latched. This one's not. This is just engages the tape. I should want to be there with you. Yeah. Wow. Sounds great. Guys, I'm going to take it outside, blow the rubbish out of it. I'm also going to check some caps now. So there's some caps in here on the regulators that look pretty ordinary. We'll just put the ESR meter over them and see what they're like. Clean up this patch here. And, well, I can't find much else wrong. I would say at some stage someone's had a shorted speaker lead and it's blown the fuse. Or maybe just a party and she just got too loud and she's popped the fuse. Okay, these are normally pretty good chips, the STK 463s. Normally don't give much trouble. When they do, they're finished. They go off. You don't sort of get one channel missing. Okay, going to clean it up and I'll be back. Well, guys, I've been right through the thing. I've checked every cap. Every cap is fine with ESR. There's no problems. So I don't know the brand of these. I can't read it. It's some sort of Chinese brand. But whatever they are, they've certainly stood the test of time. So we're not going to do any more with the caps. They're fine. So I guess it's time now to squirt a bit of fluid into a couple of pots. There's bass treble here, volume up here, and there's a balance up here. So yeah, I'll squirt some into them. There. Now with that done, I'll put this board under the Maggie lamp and I'll go over it just looking for any sus dry joints or something like that. I still haven't found a noisy complaint with this. But anyway, we'll have a look at that next. Once we've finished that, we'll put the cover on. And that's about it. Right, well, the only sus looking connection really was on the power regulator. Now, it was this power regulator here. There's two here. There's one here, and that would be our plus and minus for our preamplifier section. There's 7812 and 7912. And this one did have a couple of sus-looking joints, but nothing to speak of. So if you've got one of these, definitely look in this area, because they didn't look real good, but I don't think they were, well, they wasn't causing any other problem with it. So if we look at the other side, you can see the two regs. Okay, so one there and one there. I've checked every cap. We've done the pots. We've done just about everything, haven't we? I've cleaned up the top here a little bit and give it a coating, anti-rust coating, so nothing will happen there. In here, it's all okay. There's no corrosion, which is very unusual. I thought there would be, especially from this and the dampness of the whole thing. Okay, let's put the bottom on, and then we'll inspect this top and see can we do anything with the lid. I doubt whether we can. And of course, before we do the lid, we better check the unit and see is it working. We'll go back into tuner, couple of speakers. Okay, here she is. Volume down. Putting back on the dim bulb in case I've, and there she goes, in case I've done something silly.
He says you could break the more than 91,000 day one record, or even the 5-day attendance record from 1954.
Right side.
Get on the listener app now, and we're checking in with more of today's headlines from our Triple M newsroom now.
Left side.
Birthday balls, weekday mornings with Neil Gill for breakfast. There's $1,000 up for grabs every single weekday morning.
And if we wanted to get a bit more oomph out of the other dim bulb, we can go over to this one.
So to winning $1,000 cash. All you need is a birthday, a pinch of luck, and a desire to win some serious cash. Money for Triple M's birthday balls, thanks to Rabanco Mix. Only on Orange and the Central West's 105.1 Triple M. Harvey Norman betting, Floster.
And yeah, certainly got some go in it. This is a beautiful amp. You can't buy these anymore.
Kids furniture, bunks, and...
Oh, by geez, you can't. Okay, enough of that. Let's have a look at the lid. Now, first of all, we'll give it a wash down with a wipe. And, of course, what I use, baby wipes. The fragrance-free ones. Great things. Fantastic things for doing this work. I've had enough babies in my time, so, yeah, we won't go there. Yeah, so I've had quite a few kids. So, yeah, I don't know what we're going to do with this. That rust is certainly embedded into it. Really, this thing, to make good of this, you'd strip it back and recoat it and get this out of it. Put some wrinkle finish or something like that on it to cover up any of the corrosion that's gone into the metal, any of the rust in there. Yeah. Guys, I don't know whether I'm going to do anything with this. I'm just going to pause the video for a bit. Sorry about that. You didn't have a full picture there. And I'm going to ring the owner and see what he thinks we can do with it. Well, guys, the owner's thoughts on it were make it as presentable as I can. Doesn't matter if I scratch it a bit. Probably better than the rust. And this goes in a cabinet that's not seen. He's not terribly worried about it. He just wants the amp right, which it is. So, yeah, some of this stuff, bit bit of steel wool, fairly harsh job, and we'll get this back to, well, looking a little bit better in those spots, and then we'll go over it with the rest of it with some Brasso to take the scratching out of it. Okay. If it was mine, I'd strip it and repaint, but it's not mine, it's the customer's decision. Because this is one very, very nice amp. Okay, I'm not going to take it back too much further. That's going to look not too bad. We'll just clean him up again. And that got a lot of rust out of it anyway. A bit of a run over with Brasso will certainly eliminate the rust from coming back. But he said this happened years ago and he's not terribly worried about it. He just wants it working. Okay, let's get some Brasso, run over it. I won't record that. You know how to polish with Brasso. And yeah, I'll come back when we're ready to put the lid on. Yeah, that came up not too bad. I mean, you've still got the rust spots. Really, he really needs to strip this back and, yeah, just get rid of it. And some nice textured sprayed finish on this in the grey, well, off grey or whatever the colour this Akai is. That would look very, very nice. It'd be an as new amp. So anyway, let's get the top on it and get it out of the workshop. And let's give it one more test, eh? Just to make sure she's right. Because I love hearing it. Okay. Let's see the dim bulb. Now I've got it on the higher rated dim bulb there, so you mightn't see so much action this time. There you go.
When everything I ever do, I do for you. And I don't like.
And certainly a beautiful, beautiful amp. We've made the top pretty good actually. It's got the rust on it. It's nice and smooth. It's shiny. It looks 100% on what it was. But anyway, guys, that's it for this video. So there you go. It's an Akai AM-U210. Beautiful amp. Really privileged to work on this one. I love it. Oh, and I forgot to mention. Look at that. Quality. Even marked over here. Please remember to give us a thumbs up on it if you like me doing these. And please remember to subscribe, hit the bell, so you'll be notified straight away when the next video comes up. Okay, guys. Oh, and a super thanks would be really appreciated if you guys could possibly manage it out there to keep my channel going. It would be really good. Okay, we'll catch us next time. Bye for now.